Hello everyone, welcome to another weekly deep desert video. Today I'm going to show you not just the rare caves, but also the stations as well as the resources. And I already visited each of those locations so that I can better show you in the map and hopefully make your life a little bit easier to spot those locations. So let's start with the rare caves. This week, unfortunately, we have two again, just like last week. And on top of that, one seems to be glitched because I didn't get any blueprints. It had spice infused plastinium, but no blueprints of any kind. However, the other cave gave me two blueprints, so I guess it's okay. The location of the good one that is located in G3, that is PvP, right kind of in the center of G3. The layouts of the two are exactly the same, just one single entrance. Go in, jump up, you can grab the loot without even dealing with the enemies. The second cave, the one that is botched, is in D8. If I remember correctly, I think maybe a couple of weeks ago we had this cave as well in the same location. It was also glitched. Let us know in the comments if you're having the same issue with the D8. On top of the glitch, it is also near a control point. So yeah, probably maybe not worth going unless you really need those spice infused plastinium. Alright, moving on, let's go to the testing stations. We have a total of 4 of them. Only one is in PvE, all other 3 are PvP. The first one is in I1, that is right in the lower right corner of I1. Very easy to spot. The next one is in F4, right on the south border, middle of F4. The same island with the station, it is also a Stravidium island. The next one is in PvE, that is in E8. It is the PvE side of E8. And then the last testing station is all the way up in H8. It is in the lower left quadrant of H8. This location is also near a spice field. So let's talk about that. This week we have a total of 6 large spice fields. Quite a lot. I think the most we've had in my memory. One disadvantage of that is that each of them will not be active as often as when there is only like 4 of them. So let's start with the first one, the one that was near the testing station. It is in H9. It is the top left corner of H9. It was active for me when I went there. Unfortunately, couldn't do anything. So the next one is in I7. That is the south border of I7, kind of slightly in the middle. The next one is in I4. That is the lower right corner of I4. And the fourth one is in I2. Also the south border of I2. This is very near the testing station in I1. Moving on, we have 2 more large spice fields. These ones are much closer to the border. They are both on row F. The first one is in F1, south border of F1. And then the next one is in F5. It is on the lower border of F5, very close to the testing station, the Stravidium island in F4. Continuing with resources, let's talk about Stravidium. So we already mentioned the one in F4. The next Stravidium island is on G6. That is kind of about like a top left quadrant of G6. That is 2 of them, and we have another 2 of titanium hotspots. So one of them is nearby. It is in G4, right about in the middle of G4. This island is very easy to spot. It is the one that has a center with a bunch of titanium in there. And then finally, the last titanium cluster is in F6, lower left quadrant of F6. I didn't go to the wrecks. I think those are pretty easy to spot from afar, but here is a quick map of where they're located. A total of 4 of them: E3, I5, F7, and D6. Alright, there you have it. That is what we have this week for Deep Desert. By the way, the new update also just went live, so starting today, you can fly to the Deep Desert with your carrier carrying a spice crawler or the buggy, hopefully making things a little bit easier. Alright, that is it for this video. I hope this was helpful. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Otherwise, thank you all for watching, enjoy the game, and I'll see you all in the next one.